Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week has been Sharon Salzberg. It's well worth for you to search her name, Sharon Salzberg, and see her work and maybe even just scroll through some of her quotes. There's for sure very valuable content for you to find there. Honey, a very good morning. Anthony, good morning. Awesome seeing you all. Right, so let's get into a couple of thoughts from Sharon Salzberg that leads us into today's meditation. She says, we can't control what thoughts and emotions arise within us. Nor can we control the universal truth that everything changes. But we can learn to step back and rest in the awareness of what's happening. That awareness can be our own refuge. Neil, good morning. Happy to see you pop in. Please sit down with us for a while. Estelle, a very good morning. Happy Saturday. And Sunmary, good morning. Happy weekend to all of you. If we fall, says Sharon Salzberg, we don't need self-recrimination or blame or anger. What we need is a reawakening of our intention and a willingness to recommit to being wholehearted once again. If you go deeper and deeper into your own heart, she says, you'll be living in a world with less fear, less isolation, and less loneliness, if you are willing to go deeper and deeper into your own heart. I often think that what we need is a better understanding of what it means to be human. She says, we can't control what thoughts and emotions arise within us. And for a long time, I used to think that is where the work lies, is controlling how thoughts and emotions arise within us. But I certainly have found that it's not. It's the acceptance of being human and that thoughts and emotions arise within us. Be kind to yourself. The more willing you are to hold yourself when you fall, the stronger you'll be when you get up and try again. Today's meditation is inspired by the first quote from Sharon Salzberg. We don't have control over the things that arise around us or even within us. But when we create the habit of taking a step back and watching without reacting, then we're stepping into a deeper awareness that begins to understand why things are happening the way they do. It's only when we act from understanding that our actions have a shot at being effective. But we first have to create the habit of stepping back and just observing. Our Saturday meditation, as always, is called Come to Your Senses. It is the opportunity to practice this, to practice allowing what is arising to be seen, heard, felt, smelt, or even tasted. It is a simple way to do this when we focus on our 5 physical senses. But the better we get at surrendering to experiencing our 5 physical senses, the more it translates to the other things that arise around us or inside of us. Our ability to allow this arising to happen, to allow the unfolding without interfering, and first finding a sense of understanding, and then taking action, which often means we see that no action is necessary. Actually, I can just step away from this and let it do its thing. So if you're ready, I love this really simple journey. Come to your senses. You can close your eyes and let's slip away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you do, as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow, expand from your core in all directions. And once you have a belly full of air, then again let all of it go. And as you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. The journey through our senses embraces everything our body feels. So let's check in with our body for the moment. With your next big breath, as you exhale, check in with the space between your eyes, your forehead. And as you breathe out, see whether you have a frown. Are you carrying tension there? Or is your brow completely softened? And as you exhale, check in with the area around and in your mouth. Are your top and bottom teeth grinding against one another? Is your tongue pushed hard against the roof of your mouth? Is your jaw clenched? Or do you hold only softness in the area of your mouth? As you breathe out, check in with your shoulder and neck muscles. Are your shoulders pulled up high to the level of your ears? Or have you completely softened there? As you breathe out, check in with your stomach, your abdominal muscles, one of the places we can carry tension for years without knowing. Soften. As you breathe out, check in with your butt cheeks. Are you clenching? Or have you softened there? And then for a moment, pay specific attention to your arms and legs, especially your hands. Are they balled into tight fists? Or do they lie half open in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to allow our body to stretch, adjust, and settle down in as much comfort as possible. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles. Go forward and to the left. And also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to for right now, we can turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this would be a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you possibly can. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body and become aware of muscles softening. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling, feel your body slowly softening, feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy. Followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today is a journey of this body and what this body experiences. As you take your next big breath, as you dive deep in, welcome yourself to this body. Say, hello body, it is really good to have you. Take your next deep breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. It is an exercise in allowing the unfolding, taking a step back and being witness to an experience without the compulsion to have to react. Our first stop is your eyes. In this exercise, keep them closed and see with your mind. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the most obvious thing you would see in the room you are in? And with your eyes closed, study it from all its angles. Try and see all of its textures. Take your next big breath. And then we shift gears, still remaining with what you could see. When you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what would be the least obvious thing you'd see in the room that you're in? And with your eyes closed, study all of its detail. Take your next big breath. Notice your ability to take a step back and just be the witness, allowing this experience to be seen. We'll take a step down to your ears and what you can hear. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious thing that you can hear. See if you can listen even deeper today and find in this obvious sound a vibration you were not aware of before. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears, and with your next big breath as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can hear. Something you really have to search around for to find that you can just pick up that sound too. Take your next big breath. Notice your ability to allow that experience to be heard, or just taking a step back and being the witness, or take a step down, and for these next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever it is that works for you, so you can smell and taste. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, pay attention to what you can smell. Is there any obvious smell that you can pick up right now? Take your next big breath. And then changing gears, can you find any other smell at all? Take your next big breath. Notice your ability to allow this experience and just take a step back and be the witness. Our next stop is what you can taste. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to whatever obvious taste you can find. Take your next big breath. And then change gears and see if you can find any other taste. Take your next big breath. And again, notice your ability to take a step back and just be the observer of this experience. We have one more stop, and that is the surface of your skin. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and find the spot with the most obvious sensation. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, study that obvious sensation and see if you can find different pressures in that spot. Take your next big breath. Just one more to do. As you scan the surface of your skin, find a spot that doesn't have any obvious sensation. But by resting your attention there, you can just feel that there is something, maybe even just the air touching your cheek. Take your next big breath. Notice your ability to be the witness. be non-reactive, but allow an experience to unfold. We'll take the last one more big breath of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. Sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll share with you the words of Sharon Salzberg again. We can't control what thoughts and emotions arise within us, nor can we control the universal truth that everything changes around us. But we can learn to step back and rest in the awareness of what is happening. That awareness can be our refuge. The truth is, we don't have control over the things that arise around us or even within us. But when we create the habit of taking a step back and watching without reacting, then we are stepping into a deeper awareness that begins to understand why things are happening the way they do. It's only when we act from this understanding that our actions have a shot at being effective. But first, we have to create the habit of stepping back and just observing. Anytime we react, the action is driven by an old pattern, an old programming that makes us react quickly. Any compulsive reaction is not taken in true freedom. It is us being controlled by our own old program. Escaping the old patterns and stepping into real freedom always necessitates a step back. Wait. Breathe. Soften. And see. Observe and understand what I'm seeing. Only now can I take action in freedom. Only now can my action be of real use. And also if I see that actually no action is required. And sometimes that is of even greater use. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its senses, of the world around me and also the world within me. Take a deep breath in Thank you for learning to take a step back, breathe, soften, and see. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that only action that comes from understanding is useful. Take a deep breath in. And thank you for seeing so clearly how often taking no action, but allowing things, especially allowing people, to be the way they are, is often the most useful of all. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. A thought. The highest proof of love is to not try and tell someone they need to be different. The highest proof of love is to accept someone just as they are. When we place an expectation on people and by the expectation we make them feel like they're not acceptable, they have to change in order to be acceptable to us, we tend to trap them in their worst habits. We tend to trap them in their old coping mechanisms by making them feel unacceptable. When we have real appreciation for just who a person is, just as they are, even if there are things about them we might not like or agree with, the softness of our acceptance often helps them to see themselves more softly too. And it's when they see themselves more softly, more gently, that they have a shot at putting down their old coping mechanisms. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, also, obviously, we're not here to let people abuse us. Sometimes we need to take a step away and have acceptance from a distance, love from a bit further away. Lots of love to you all. Thank you, Sunmarie. Good morning, Linda. Thank you, Estelle and Anthony. Maggie, a very good morning to you. Leshna, hello, good morning. Trying to see who else is back there. Honey, have an awesome Saturday. Remember that on a Sunday morning, this meditation is even more quiet. Come and join us for a quiet one tomorrow. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.